Okay, students. First of all, I'm myself Abeel Ahmed and CEO of ASA, Abeel School of Accountancy. I really welcome all of you in my AFM orientation for September 2024. So AFM September 2024. Exactly what are we going to cover in this orientation? Let me give you a little bit idea. Number one, we are going to cover exactly what we actually offer to you in AFM. Plus, I'll explain you why do I always say that it's easy to pass AFM as compared to other optional papers. So what makes AFM to pass easier as compared to other optional papers? We'll discuss that also. And obviously the importance of AFM, we cannot ignore it. And the way back, there was a time when AFM was a compulsory paper. And previously it wasn't a optional paper the way back, but now it has become an optional, we know that. But still, the paper is extremely important. Now, first of all, in advanced financial management, if I quickly give you a paper pattern is very simple. Section A, we have only one question and 50 marks. Obviously, the 50 marks question will not be only on one area. And there will be no one requirement, there will be number of requirements. And the good thing is, out of this 50, we have 10 professional marks, which means that if you ask me, so I'll say there are 40 technical marks. There are 40 technical marks because 10, they are professional marks. 40, we have technical marks. Now, normally, how examiner designs this question 1? Normally, in question 1, requirement A is going to be around 8 to 10 marks. It depends on the examiner. And 8 to 10 marks, this requirement. Most of the time, you will find the first requirement theoretical rather than numerical. No sound. No sound. Just a minute. Why it is happening? Students, please can... One student is saying no. Okay. Another one can hear me. So, Muhammad Sikandar can... Then you should rejoin, I believe. What about other students? Can you hear me, students? All okay. So, please... Then I think rejoin. One should rejoin if there's any issue. Okay, great. Fine. Okay, student, requirement A, there will be 8 to 10 marks, but that is pure theory. Okay. Now just try it. It varies. It could be 8 to 10 marks, 6 to 10. It's up to the examiner. But normally, from where examiner tests this area? Number one is articles. You have to be really good in articles. Obviously, only those articles, they are extremely important. So all those important articles we have covered in our syllabus. So you have to be really good in articles. Okay. The second area from where this theory comes, that is L plus R. The list of L plus R. Seriously. What is this L plus R? That is learn plus repeat. The list of L plus R, if you are having a really good grip on the list of L plus R, then this area will not disturb you at all, means at all. So you should not be worried about that. If you have done all the articles, which are obviously important articles. Second, the list of L plus R. Okay, now, so I've just given you the idea from where this examiner is asking this theoretical area. Now in part B, there will be a numerical question. if I give you the maximum numerical marks, to be very honest, obviously, again, it varies, but it's going to be around 16 to 20, but that's very high, okay? That is calculation. The calc is the minimum on 16 marks, maximum, I would say 20. Now, the good thing of regarding AFM is, obviously, if you have done all the past papers, then obviously calculation area will not disturb you also. Because examiner has asked in the past paper almost every area so many times that whoever has done a really good amount of past paper, normally those students, they don't find AFM a challenging paper anymore. But obviously, if you have not done a really good practice of the past papers, then it becomes challenging for you. Then it's not only a calculation. With that calculation, there will be another requirement, that is report writing. So basically, in part A, there are 10 professional marks, pure theoretical. Then there will be another requirement of theory. And now it's obviously up to the examiner, either to ask that theory in isolation, which he does most of the time. Otherwise, what he does, he's going to give you the scenario, and within that scenario, is going to ask you the question. For example, if there's a question on merger and acquisition, there's a possibility that part A could be that what are the different types of synergies? Just explain that. And how do we achieve those synergies? There could be another question, even without reading the scenario, you can answer that why some of the mergers, they result in demerger. What are the causes they make merger a failure rather than a successful merger? Things like that. It means even you have not read the scenario, still you can answer such questions. Now, let me tell you one thing. You have to be really good on this report writing. Just a minute. Let me check this. Now, listen, student. If you're really good in report writing, so if you are really good in report writing, so obviously in section A, always you have to write the report. And report writing in section is extremely easy, again, provided that if you have done a really good practice. In report writing, I'll explain you two ways of report writing. Something goes wrong with the camera again and again. I don't know why. What? Now, in report writing, basically, I'm going to cover the report writing in two ways. Number one, that you have done the entire question accurately. Then how to write the report. Obviously, majority of the students, they say that, sir, if we have done the numerical part really good, then automatically we'll become in a position where we can write the report. But I'll teach you another skill also. What is that? If someone has not done the numerical part correct, but still you will be able to write the report correctly. So, what are the assumptions in the report that makes your report correct? We'll be learning that also. So what I really want to say, in section A, you should just be expecting a numerical part out of 50, just around 16 to 20 marks. Rest of the area is all theoretical. But how you are going to cover the theory 10, they are just professional marks. So remaining 20 to 22 marks, which are theoretical, one is article, second is L plus R, and obviously the third is report writing. If you have covered all these three areas, so definitely section A theory is not going to disturb you at all. And we'll be learning the report writing in two ways. One, you have correctly solved the question, then how to write the report. And the second, let's say, if someone has not solved the entire question correctly, but still you will be able to write the report correctly. Don't worry at all. Now, section B. We have question 2, obviously 25 marks. But out of this 25 marks, again, we have 5 professional marks. So the technical marks are 20. Again, on these 20 marks, we are not expecting an entire 20 marks numerical. Maximum, if you expect numerical, is going to be around 15 marks on calculation. That's I'm saying maximum. Again, at least 5 marks on theory. The same applies on question 3. We have 5 professional marks, 20 technical marks. Out of 20, maximum 15 marks for the calculation, 5 for the theory. Now, it means that to pass AFM, it's not only you are good in numerics, you have to be really good in theory. But obviously, the entire theory is related. It's all conceptual. We don't have any theory in AFM that you just sitting and memorizing, and when the time comes, you go to the exam and just write each and everything. No, there's no such theory at all, except few things. So it means that if you have understood each and everything conceptually, then you will be automatically able to write the theory, do the theoretical part in a proper manner. But if you're lacking in your concepts, then it becomes difficult to write even the theory as well. For example, if examiner is asking a recommendation on a hedging question, so obviously when you're going to write the recommendation, your recommendation should show that you have understood the scenario very well, you know the calculation very well. Obviously, after that, you are writing the recommendation. But obviously, these things will be covered, I would say, in a number of questions, so you will be having no issue at all. Now, the problem actually arises when students, they are not watching the entire videos, they're not attending the live sessions, then the problem starts creating. Now, what exactly we offer, let me go towards that, and then I'll explain you something very nice. Number one, entire AFM, just in 90 lectures. But the good thing is, one lecture is just on average 45 minutes long. Because I'm the one who's not fond of long lectures. Seriously, even the lecture goes, I would say, 1.5 or 2 hours long. Normally, students, they lose their interest. So what is the point? If a student, they lose their interest, what is the point of making such a long lectures? That is why me and my entire team, we come up with a solution that we say, no, the videos should not be very long. So average is 45 minutes. And obviously, student, they don't watch the videos on our speed. Normally, student, they increase the speed, which further reduces the time. So one lecture goes down to, I would say, around 38 to 40 minutes. And that's a really good time that a student can sit in front of the screen, and that person will be motivated at the same time as well. So one thing is only 90 lectures, entire AFM. And let me tell you, just I would say from third or fourth lecture, we just start the past papers. Each topic is covered with the past papers. So one is you get 90 lectures, entire AFM. After that, there are practice videos. Now, what we have done in the practice videos, student, you will see the latest past papers. So practice videos, they cover the latest past papers. Again, in practice videos, the time period is on average one question. I've covered one question on average, I would say, again, 45 minutes. Third, which is, I would say, extremely important thing. Third is, we are going to conduct 11 tests. Even at a really high level, this level, we do conduct tests. But what is the procedure of conducting the test? Let me tell you. When you are going to reach on a certain stage, obviously we know that, then we will start conducting your test. But obviously, we are not going to check your test. Checking 11 tests is not possible. Because when you have so many students, alhamdulillah, then checking 11 tests becomes very challenging. You are going to attempt the test. You are going to check your test by yourself. We are going to provide you a proper video lecture on that test. If you have any issue, you can always ask in the WhatsApp group, or you can ask in the live class, live online revision class. Even you are asking the WhatsApp, I'm going to personally respond. There's no teacher assistant. Whatever paper I teach, I always respond by myself. No teacher assistant at all. 11 tests. Now listen, if you really go through all these tests, so automatically chances of passing this paper in first attempt, they become very high. Now, look at this. That is very important. Product number 4, which I'm writing here. Look at this. Entire AFM. Entire. In live revision classes. But how it is possible? Let me explain. I conduct normally 14 to 15 live classes. Now, within this 14 to 15 live classes, I cover the entire AFM. But how it is possible? That first we have covered the entire AFM 90 lectures. First point is entire AFM 90 lectures. One lecture is just 45 minutes long. Now the question is how it is possible to cover the entire AFM in just 14 to 15 lectures. It is possible. Let me tell you how. Basically in this 14 to 15 classes, but this time I'm thinking to increase these number of classes little bit, it will go more high. Actually, what do we do? For example, class number 1, live revision class, there will be one class in which we are going to cover each and every concept of cost of capital. And in a very next class, we are going to do a question on that cost of capital. And normally that question will be a new question which you have not done previously. So the benefit would be you have already done number of questions, and in a live revision class, you are learning the entire syllabus in a very short period of time. And plus you are at the same time, you are doing the new questions with the teacher. So this live revision classes, in which 14 to 15 classes, we cover the entire AFM. It also serves the purpose of the smart revision as well. Because just imagine 2 weeks before the exam, 3 weeks before the exam, you need a product in which within few hours, you can revise the entire AFM. So these just 14 to 15 lectures, they are going to cover the entire AFM. They serve the purpose of a smart revision as well. So I always put so much emphasis on live revision classes that you should attend these live revision classes, because live revision classes, they give you the, a chance to interact with your teacher, interact with your tutor. On the spot, you're asking the question, you're getting the reply from the teacher. So it's a benefit. So these 14 to 15 classes, they are going to be extremely important. And let me, obviously, I'm just sharing the feedback of some of my students. One of them has given a really awesome feedback. He just said, sir, after giving the paper, he said, sir, I have realized that your live revision classes are enough to cover AFM. But obviously, I would say no, you have to do other areas also. Why the student was so excited and why he said that just live revision classes are enough? No, please. How we are going to, when I'm going to conduct the live revision classes, I'll explain. Don't worry at all. Whenever a live revision class is there, so obviously before that you have already covered the number of areas. You will never feel that teacher is doing something in a live revision class which you have not covered already. So we know that when to conduct, how do it. You just need to follow our instruction. That's it. Now, so that student said that, sir, only the live revision classes are enough, but obviously this is not the case. He has already done other lectures as well. After that, he was saying that just these classes are enough. But to be very honest, these live revision classes, they are the game changer. I'm telling you. Now, what else? Another very, very important product. That is going to be a live grand revision class. Actually, the objective of this grand live revision class, the live grand revision class, what is the objective of this class? Basically, one, in a 14 to 15 classes, you have covered the entire syllabus. Now there will be a live grand revision class in which all the important areas we are going to cover in a very small period of time. So you are getting revision in 14 to 15 classes, the entire AFM, then you will be getting further revision through grand live revision class. One more, that is mock. At least 12 to 15 days before we conduct the mock, and this mock is exactly going to be on CB platform, so that we try to give you the same simulation which you are going to face in exam. So the mock will be conducted in a proper CB platform. You have to submit the mock within 3 hours and 10 minutes. If you submit the mock within 3 hours and 10 minutes, then on that mock, I'll give you the personal feedback. But obviously, you have to follow the deadlines. 3 hours and 10 minutes means 3 hours and 10 minutes. Within that, you have to submit the mock. In addition to all this, obviously, the WhatsApp support is there. So this WhatsApp support is always there. And I personally reply in this WhatsApp. I've just mentioned earlier, no teacher assistant. You will be directly getting your queries answered from your tutor. You can contact me, very simple. I'll tell you how to contact me, don't worry at all. So student, this is what exactly we offer you in AFM. And then let me tell you one more thing. If you are the biggest achievement of AFM, which alhamdulillah, that's my lifetime achievement. In AFM, alhamdulillah, my college, we have produced the world position in AFM. So in AFM, world position, one of my students has taken, and even in financial management. So we have produced, alhamdulillah, world position holders as well. And plus, I have the experience more than 20 years. So you are just in safe hands. Don't worry at all. And let me tell you one more thing. Live revision classes. Okay, student has joined me from Uganda. Okay, how to enroll, I'll tell you, student, just wait. Shamil. Let me tell you one thing. Basically, in AFM, the amount of the experience which your teacher is having, you are going to get the benefit. Don't worry at all. Now, what I want to say, please, these live revision classes, the live revision classes, I conduct the live revision classes religiously. You will see that, inshallah. So, in live revision, for live revision classes, I'm always serious. Because I know that these classes, they are the game changer. But obviously, when do we conduct the live revision classes? You will get each and everything, all the support from me and my admin. In addition to that, the day you are going to join the course, you get a planner. What is the objective of giving the planner? The objective of the giving planner is it works as, you can say, as a target in front of you, that by that date you should watch these many lectures. So you will be having a target in front of you. Now, if you students have any question, so you can ask the question, then I'll just write the sequence. which we are going to follow in our entire syllabus. Anyone, one student was asking how to contact. So let me just tell you, this is my ASA admin number. This student is from Uganda. That's great. Let me tell you, that is 0092. Those students, they are outside Pakistan. 333 666 214. Those students, they are within Pakistan. 3666214. So anything else? There's one student from Kenya interested in AFM and SBR. Thank you very much. Seeing your orientation on YouTube. Thanks a lot. We have a student from Kenya. Yeah, on WhatsApp facility, yes, you will be getting replied from your tutor. So, live revision classes, obviously, they don't start immediately. First, you have to see number of lectures. So at least after 2 weeks, they start live revision classes. Anything else, student, if you want to ask? I'm just giving you a little idea. In AFM, what is the sequence which we follow? I always start from cost of capital. The first topic is going to be cost of capital. For that, you have to follow the planner. Don't worry at all. We'll give you the planners to the enrolled students. I think Uzafa agenda, everything will be discussed in your WhatsApp group. You people are the enrolled students, so you should not be worried about at all. Before the let me tell you, it's a good question. Let me tell you one thing. Before the live revision class, always the topic is mentioned in the live revision class before the class, that which topic we are going to discuss. Topic, and if you're going to do any question, so we also mention the question, that which question we are going to discuss. So the topic and the question you will get in advance, you will get to know that what topic teacher is going to teach and which question teacher is going to solve. I hope I have answered the query now. Is it fine now? Before the live revision class, you will get to know the topic as well as the question. Okay. The first topic is cost of capital. The second, after immediately cost of capital, we go towards investment appraisal. I'm just giving you the idea how we take this entire AFM. Obviously, investment appraisal, you will learn domestic, overseas investment appraisal, each and everything. After investment appraisal, we go towards BSOP, Black Shawl Option Pricing Model, and BSOP. It was very easy earlier, of course. Now I would say it has become more and more easy because of the calculator. BSOP calculator is there. All you need is just take out the 5 variables. As soon as you're just writing the 5 variables, you will get the result. So you'll see that, don't worry at all. BSOP, Black Shawl Option Pricing Model. Then we go towards Forex. Foreign exchange, obviously in foreign exchange, in risk management, we learn, you are going to learn risk management in both the ways. One is how do we hedge the currency risk and how do we hedge the interest rate risk. Fifth topic is mergers and acquisition. Six is going to be the corporate reconstruction. Seven is the dividend policy. And let me tell you, for example, there's an article on Forex. So when you are doing Forex, so within that Forex article is going to be covered. If there's an article on merger and acquisition, so with the merger and acquisition, I have covered that article also. So with the relevant topics, all the relevant articles are covered. All you just need to do one thing. Just follow the instructions of the tutor. That's it. There's no need to do anything additional. Just try to bring a really good grip what your teacher has taught you. That's it. You need to just have a really good grip on that area. There's no need to do anything additional. And obviously, after that, I'm just writing ETC if there's anything extra. Obviously, all the new areas of advanced financial management, they are already covered in the syllabus. So you should not be worried about anything else at all. Like Dutch auction is already covered, green financing, these are the new areas. They are already covered in the syllabus. So student, now anything else? There again, another question. Past papers, obviously, I have covered almost all the past papers. So you should not be worried about anything at all. So students, anything else you want to ask? Please go ahead. Yeah, I've tried my best to make it very clear. So students, in this orientation, I just wanted to explain that how we are going to carry out the entire syllabus, and especially seriously, when you are going to join the classes, inshallah, you will just love it. I'm telling you. Because if you go through all these steps, you will realize that AFM is very easy for you. Okay, student has messaged the admin. That's great. Thank you very much. So student, from my side, best of luck. See you all and others as well in my course. Seriously. So thank you very much. And this time I'm expecting the past result is always alhamdulillah really good. But this time I'm expecting number of positions as well. So let's see, that's my prediction. Inshallah, I'm very, very optimistic that we are going to get number of positions as well. So thank you very much, students, for coming up for the live orientation September 2024. Thanks a lot.